What's going on, guys? Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today I'm bringing you a detailed review of the Putco Boss locker side rails fitting all 2015 and newer F-150s. So if you're the owner of a 2015 or newer F-150 and you're looking for a trustworthy and durable option to tie down the heavy cargo in the bed of your truck, then you might be interested in checking out the Boss locker side rails from Putco. This option can be great for your daily work truck or for if you're taking the off-road adventures. So this option from Putco offers open slots on each end of the rails for a convenient tie-down location for the heavy cargo in the bed of your truck, and it makes for a very straightforward installation. This option from Putco was manufactured right here in the US out of a 2.5-inch never rust stainless steel tubing and a solid die-cast construction that is rated to hold up to 500 pounds of cargo. This option was completed with a polished finish to give it really good looks while securing your cargo at the same time. So the price range for something like this can fall anywhere from the low 200s to about $500. This option falls just north of the $450 mark, making it one of the more expensive options on the market. Now, I do have one nitpick about this option before I go any further. This option, I did say, is 2.5 inches thick and is rated to hold up to 500 pounds of cargo. Putco does have another option that looks exactly the same, that is 1 3/8 inch thick and is rated to hold double at 1,000 pounds and is over $100 less. Now, unless you're really interested in the thicker option that we have here, you might want to take a look at that to save yourself some money, unless you're willing to spend the extra bucks for the thicker one. I do want to point out before we jump into it that there will be a little bit of drilling required, but you're not drilling into the aluminum bedding, you're just drilling into the plastic covers on the top and sides of the beds. Now this way, it'll avoid any corrosion with the metals and you don't have to worry about that headache. So the tools you'll need for this installation will vary depending on your bed size. If you're rocking a 6.5 foot bed, then you want to have a 1/4 inch hex wrench, torque wrench, a pocket gap removal tool, and we'd recommend safety glasses just to be safe. Now, if you have a 5.5 foot bed, you will require a little bit more work and you will need a couple extra tools. You want to have all of that plus a 3/8 router bit, a router tool with base, a 1/4 inch shank chuck, and a drill with 1/2 inch bits, and we'd also recommend some hearing protection just to be on the safe side. So you guys with the 6.5 foot beds, you can skip ahead of the drilling part and go straight for the hardware assembly because the pocket holes on the sides of your bed just have covers on them, whereas the 5.5 foot beds need to drill to gain access to them. So for you 5.5 foot truck bed guys, you want to start by drilling a hole in the center of the hidden stake pocket, which is 4 inches down from the front end and 1 1/4 inch from the inside of the truck. So you'll set and tighten the router bit 3/8 of an inch from the router base to the end of the router bit cutter. You'll turn it on and insert it into the 1/2 inch hole you just drilled and slowly guide it down until the bearings touch one of the edges of the pocket hole. So from there, you'll guide it out counterclockwise until the pocket is fully exposed. Now at this point, you 6.5 foot guys can jump back in alongside the 5.5s because all the rest will be the same. You can start by assembling the black plastic bushings on the end of the locker end rail castings and assemble the hardware onto that in the correct order. So you'll place the washer over the bolt through the castings, then through the plastic gasket, and then finally through the capture nut. You'll place this whole assembly into the pocket hole at an angle. So from here, you'll pull all the tubing together onto the end castings and place them into the rear pocket hole. You want to make sure you pull up on the end castings that they catch the inner body and don't come out. Rotate the plastic gasket until the arrow is facing toward the front of the truck. From here, you can tighten down the bolt on the locker end castings to make it snug against the rail caps. Repeat this process for both sides of the vehicle until everything is in place, and then torque down the bolts to 11 foot-pounds. So obviously the install can be a bit tricky and tedious at times, but given the right tools, you can definitely get this done in about an hour or two in your driveway. I'd give this install a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter because if you follow the directions properly, you can have this done in your driveway with no issues at all. Just to quickly wrap things up, guys, if you're the owner of a 15 or newer F-150 and you're looking for a trustworthy and durable option to hold up to 500 pounds of cargo in the bed of your truck, then you might be interested in the Putco Boss locker side rails right here at AmericanMuscle.com.